Racism is usually referred to when one person is treating another person unfairly or poorly because of the color of their skin. Systemic racism refers to when racist ideas are built into our laws and big institutions like schools in ways that when they're put together makes life more difficult and seem impossible for people of color. Before the United States was even founded as a nation, there were some people who wanted to divide other people across the world based on the idea that some were more human than others. And they did that based on physical appearance and skin color being one of those main traits. And they had an agenda, they had an idea, because by making the world believe that some people are less human and others are more human, it would allow them to take advantage of the people that they deemed less human in ways that were very harsh and unfair. And so, for example, when they are able to get people to believe this, when they force people into slavery, when they kill people, when they take over the homeland of other people, it's supposed to be okay because they're less than human and we are superior human beings, so we have the right to do that. And they did that so that they could accumulate more wealth and more power for themselves. And so it was an idea that was connected to taking advantage of people for more money, for more greed, for more power. And so our country has been developed with a lot of those ideas in mind. And unfortunately, we still have a lot of rules and laws in our society that contribute to the unfairness in that way. And that's what I call systemic racism. And as long as those laws continue to be on the books, as long as those ideas continue to be in our minds, racism is going to continue to exist. This book has been beneficial for children as young as 6 years old and into middle school, but also for high schoolers and even adults to understand the basics of systemic racism and the overview of how it came to be. So this book is great for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, but it's also great for older adults, for high schoolers, because most people don't have a basic understanding of what systemic racism is because it's something that has not been talked about a lot until recently. To be anti-racist means to directly engage in eliminating systemic racism. And if you want to do anti-racist work, you should start by reading more about systemic racism, talking with other people in your school and your community about systemic racism, and joining forces with other people who also want to end systemic racism. And you can do that by trying to influence and get the people in charge to start changing the laws, changing the rules. And that can be just within your school, talking to your principal. That can be in your city, talking to your city council, or it could even be talking to your governor about the systemic racism you see and how you want to end it. I can point to incidents of racism, of points where I felt like I was being excluded because of the color of my skin, but you don't necessarily know if you're isolated from people having the same kind of experiences, and you don't necessarily know if it's the intention of someone to exclude you because of the color of the skin or if there's some other reason. Systemic racism thrives on that sort of invisibility and the difficulty of pointing the finger at one particular thing, because it's really the sum of a lot of things coming together. So that's one of the big challenges about trying to address systemic racism or even point it out.